Hello again, beautiful artists, and welcome back to another episode of Paint Along with Skye. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Skye and I post beginning level acrylic painting tutorials here on YouTube every Saturday. So make sure to hit subscribe so you can join the fun and paint along, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. Alright, so we are fast approaching Easter this week and I have a super cute Easter bunny painting for us. Today I have my 4 standard brushes that I use that come in a special kit. It comes with 4 sizes, so they are this large square brush, medium-sized pointed brush, and then 2 sizes of detail brushes. Gonna get those in the water cup off the side of the screen here. To start with today's background step, we're going to start really simple. So I just have some black and white, a little bit of phthalo green, as well as some cadmium yellow and some ultramarine blue, just a tiny little pinch of blue. This is going to be just for our background step. And if you'd like to see a full materials list of everything that you need to paint along, check the description box below. All right, let's go ahead and hop on into it. All right, so to get started, we're going to start with our background fence. So my idea here was like these little mischievous bunnies got into our potting project in a backyard. So I have like a backyard fence here, as well as like a little bit of sort of uneven grassy lawn, just for a little bit of extra whimsy here in my sketch here. And I'm going to start with white, because I'm going to do like a white picket fence, but I'm going to add a pinch of black just to make it slightly gray. And I think I'll go ahead and take this gray and use it to create just a little bit of sort of like a little uneven surface here, about a third of the way up here on the canvas. Very light gray there. I'm gonna use that brush again, but for now let me switch to my larger brush. I'm gonna scoot this actually over here. Things always start neat, but then quickly get messy. And I'm going to come across here and I'm going to fill this top area in with a sort of streaky light gray, about like so. That's what we're going for, which is really just like a white picket fence with a little bit of wood texture. And even though the canvas is white, we are going to be using white paint and getting it all filled in just to make it look nice and consistent. All right, and we're just gonna work our way across here, adding a little bit of water to help the paint go nice and smooth. And we're gonna go across this whole top 2/3 section of our canvas here, up and down, and get that all filled in with our streaky white gray. Very, very slight color differentiation there between white and gray, not too different, very light. Go. And I'm going to take just a tiny little pinch of blue into my gray as well, just for another sort of added bit of interest and shadow. Shadows don't always look gray. They oftentimes will be shades of blue actually. So adding a little bit of that blue color here. This is a very, very light color composition for today's background, but I'm liking it. It is most likely bunny season. I'm watching little birds play outside my window right now, so it's just really feeling very appropriate and spring-like. I don't think there's, well, I think there is rabbits here. Never seen one though. I live in the desert, the high desert, but I'm sure there's probably rabbits around. Okay, that looks looking pretty good. Gonna grab my medium-sized brush now. Came all the way down to cover that line for the most part, and now I'm gonna fill in this bottom third. What we're gonna do is we're gonna mix up a grassy green. Really simple here. Probably use a fair amount of yellow because this phthalo has that blue. So the yellow is counteracting that blue, working with the blue. And I have kind of 2 little slight hills here, but Doesn't have to be exactly the same, just not perfectly straight. Again, just to add to that whimsy. And then we're gonna fill that in from the top down here, or however you like, but just keeping those brush strokes going back and forth. And a little bit of color variation in here is a good thing. Okay, so if you have some areas where it's a little bit darker green and other areas where perhaps it's more yellow or just very light, that's good. Okay, we don't want to try to make everything the same exact color. The more differentiation, the more interesting it's gonna look. And I'm also allowing the back part here to be a little bit darker than the front. And that's gonna give us a little bit of depth here. So an easy way to do that with acrylics, again, you can always, it's always a matter of layering. So you can add a little bit more of a lighter color towards the bottom here, which would be the front, like so, and lighten that up. Or you can take a little bit of a more saturated color and go back here. And as you see, you can kind of darken that. And then you'll get that nice little gradation like so. It's just the background, folks, so don't get too caught up though. All right, that's looking good. And we want to have all of our canvas completely filled in by the end of this step. Slight bit of variation. We're already seeing our scene here. Got our nice little white picket fence. All right, just making sure it's a nice clean line. A little bit more water. Nice clean line of where the fence meets our grass. All right, super cute, really simple background step, but let's go ahead and step away and let this layer dry, and when we'll come back and we'll add a whole bunch more. All right, so I'll see everyone in a few. Okay, welcome back, artists. We have a completely dry background and a full set of rainbow colors here on our piece of palette paper. So I have a fair amount of white, as well as some black, some burnt sienna type warm brown, cadmium red, cadmium orange, and cadmium yellow, as well as some more ultramarine blue and some more phthalo green. All right, I rinsed my brushes and got some fresh water at break as well. Let's go ahead and jump right back on into it. I'm going to be using my second to smallest detail brush here for this next part. And we're gonna finish up the fence back here. Again, working our way from the background up to the foreground. And I'm going to do this with a dark gray. And we're just gonna come through here and add straight up and down lines that are going to be the boards here of our fence. And we're just really quickly gonna come in through here and make them however wide you like. And that looks a little bit crooked. I'm gonna try to straighten things, and it does not need to be a super clean straight line. Okay, so go about the same distance here. If you really wanted to get technical, you could even measure this with the trusty ruler that is within my reach as we speak, and yet I'm not using because I'm lazy. I'm not a mathematician, not a math type. I love the freedom of just painting. So I'm not gonna use it, but you definitely could if you wanted to. And however many you end up with is fine. All kinds of different fences in the world. And you'll end up however far you end up over on the other side, trying to make each one about the same width. Okay. Nice, almost like a little bit of variation. I had sort of thick dark line over here, so I'm gonna even that out a little bit on the other side just to make sure everything's looking balanced. And then my second step back here to finish off this behind background part here is to do some sort of like wood texture. And I'm gonna do that by just doing up and down brush strokes. And then in some areas, I'm gonna have like a knot in the wood. And you'll just do a quick little like oval with another line there going through the center. And then sort of some lines coming around it, and then also just some straight lines. Okay, and that's what's really gonna give it that recognizable wood look. Okay, and not too many of them. Maybe just like one in each board, or even just some that don't have it at all. A little bit of water always helping that paint move. All right, it's a little bit deliberately messy, just so that it's getting that like cutesy sort of cartoon feel. Great, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of a dark green as well, really quick. A little bit of black and white added to that. And I'm just going to very delicately find the horizon line again with that dark green color. Just so that this back layer is all nice and dry before we move on to our bunnies themselves. We're all nice and finished rather. It's okay if it's not completely dry for this next step. We're gonna do some sketching now, and I think I'm gonna use that same brush and probably just white. Sometimes I'll use gray, but I think just white will show up just fine. And we're going to start by doing our pots. Okay, so the pots that the bunnies are actually going to be in, and I do kind of want to center these properly, so I'm going to do a little dot here for my first one over here and kind of try to eyeball the center. And then I'm going to do a horizontal line here at the bottom of my pot, like so. I'm going to go with my heart. I'm going to just decide how far I want it to be coming out here, how big I want the pot to be. And that can be totally customizable, but I'm trying to fit 3 in today. So I'm going to come up now with a slight angle until I'm up top here, and then I'm going to have a slightly curved line and a full little loop here around. So curved on the top, and then that just loops around there to the bottom lip as well. And there we have our little basic pot shape. And I think I'm going to kind of push this out a little bit further and give it a little bit of what will be like an additional lip there on the pot. And that's also going to come around like so through the front. So this is again very much like a sketch, like you would do with a pencil, but today we're using paint. A little bit of a curve down here as well. So we don't want that completely straight. A little bit of a curve here, a little bit more of a curve here, and then we have our oval at top. And I'm going to try to repeat that. And I'm going to come down here with that same angle, starting from about the same level. And I'll come across here and try to end at about the same width. Okay, we're just going to repeat those same steps 3 times. You're centering that oval right along through the center there of the pot. Okay, and we'll finesse things later as we fill in. This is again just the sketch. Cute. All right, and then moving right along over here. This painting was inspired by my 3 cactus painting. Same kind of layout with the 3 cute cactuses. Only today we have cute bunnies. If you ever feel uncomfortable about putting the sketch right onto the canvas, try it on a piece of paper first, or on a papered table if you have a papered table like I do. Sometimes I'll use that to sketch on as well. Okay, and bringing that out a little further for that little lip on my pot, matching them all 3 the same. Pretty cute. A little too straight down here. Make it a little bit more curved. Okay. Cute. All right, let's go ahead and get those filled in now with the base colors that they're gonna be. I'm gonna grab my medium-sized brush now for this, and these can be really whatever color you like. I'm gonna start with pink, and I'm gonna do a nice, vivid, pigmented pink here. And feel free to use a smaller brush if it would give you a little bit more control. I feel pretty comfortable with this brush size though. Okay, and we're just filling in those shapes that we created for ourselves. Cute. Filling up the top pot. Sort of a lip part here. And inside that oval, we're gonna go a little bit darker. That's really gonna give us some depth there. I'm gonna grab a pinch of red and a pinch of black. And I'll make a slightly darker light purple, or light pink rather. And that's what we'll use for this oval that is the inside of the pot there. All right, cute, cute. Same idea now for our other 2. I think I'm gonna do green and blue. Okay, same brush. And rather than do the grass green of the grass, I'm going to do a teal green with my favorite color, which is this phthalo. Love it. May even go a pinch lighter. Here with the top. And just filling it in the same way as my pink one. And these really can be whatever colors you like. Filling in the sketch lines. Don't want to see any white. Sketch. Nice and solid, filled in to the outside edge. Okay. slight color difference there between the green behind it. Enough to be able to tell the difference. I often wonder what my paintings look like to those who don't have good color vision. And if there's times like these where it's hard to even see that difference, but this has more yellow in it, whereas this has more blue. Let me know in the comments if you have perfect color vision or not. I know artists that are colorblind, and they still create beautiful art. It's just kind of a different way to see. Pretty interesting to me. But we should be able to find a little bit more differentiation there too later with those final details. Cute. Moving right along to our blue one. I think I'm gonna bring this over here. We have a lot of colors today and not a lot of working space. Feel free to use multiple palettes if you need to. Need that room to blend. Very cute. And they're Eastery colors, but they're also just kind of classic spring colors. Good for any time of year for someone who loves the spring. All right. And just the same idea as our other two. Very satisfying to see those pots just come alive so quickly, if you ask me. Very, very simple. That's why it's so easily customizable with like the cactus painting, or you could put like tulips or something in these. Always feel free to get creative. And if you are painting along or just getting creative on your own, I would love to see your work. And I've created a Facebook group specifically for this purpose, for my students to share their work. And there's a link in the description box below to join that as well. It's called the Art Club. We have almost 2,500 members in there, so it's pretty good. But don't worry, if you share your art, not all 2,500 people will see it. Unfortunately, I wish that's how Facebook worked. But no, not at all. Only a few % will see it. But I will see it because I am the admin and I love seeing your work, and I love especially, you know, I am biased when I see people create my own paintings. And if they're having a good time with it and they say thank you and it brought some joy to their life with their family or their day or their workplace or wherever they're bringing it, that's my favorite. So please do join us over there. All right, and we're just finishing up with our blue pot over here, and it is just looking so cute. We're gonna do a little bit of shadowing here as well once we get this all filled in. Okay, and I'm gonna grab this medium-sized detail brush, so second to smallest detail brush, and I'm gonna grab a little bit of this same dark green and just going to find those first sketch lines again with that darker color, and just use this opportunity to kind of clean things up and fine-tune them and cover any sketch lines or background that you might see. And then also just kind of one last chance there to finesse that shape. And I'm going to take this green shadow, also a little bit in the grass. Just going to do this with the green shadow, of course. And we can add a little bit of yellow here since we're working in the grass now. And a few little brush strokes around each pot. So like just some shadows here that it's casting on the grass. And we'll do some shadows, shadow color and outlining on these other two with their main colors here in just a second. But let's add some green into the grass. And I like to do a few little sort of curved lines. Again, sort of reminding us that this is not a super flat part of the ground. For that added whimsy. Okay, looking so cute, moving right along here. Gonna grab a little bit of dark red now. Not too dark. Just a nice little sort of cranberry color. Delicious. All right, and finding those initial sketch lines. So we have our oval here, we have the sides of our lip of our pot underneath. And down the sides, across the bottom, all around. Looking very cute. I can still kind of see the background in the center of my pots, but I'm gonna leave that for now because we still have to add our bunnies, of course, the most important part. And so I'll touch things up if I need to later. A little bit of dark blue for our final little adorable pot. So cute. I think I need to go a little darker. Right, and same exact steps as the other two. We're being patient here and just finishing off these three different guys, so cute, in a row. Okay. And we can even do a little bit of a highlight as well. So just taking the lighter versions of those colors, we'll add a quick little highlight through each one here. You can do some there in the center. Give it a little bit of that roundness. And then also a few up in the lip as well. Okay, just like so. Subtle step. Okay, and some pink, same idea. Final little touches for this mid step that we're at. We'll stretch here once we get started with our rabbits. That's super cute. How cute do those little pots look? A little bit of light blue. So cute. A little bit right down the center in the shape of the curve of the pot. All right, let's let those colors dry just a little bit, and then we'll come back and add all of our final, most important details, our bunnies, and of course, a couple carrots as well. So I'll see everyone in a few more minutes. Okay, welcome back. We have a dry mid-layer and I got a fresh piece of palette paper there. I was feeling kind of crowded with all my color mixing, so I transferred my colors over, just a little refresh here for everyone. Black and white, I have some burnt sienna, some orange and red, a little bit of yellow and green again. Rinsed my brushes too, just to get some fresh water, nice clean brushes here, and we're going back in with our bunnies. So cute. All right, so I think actually even before our bunnies, let's go ahead and sketch out our carrot shapes. Gonna be so cute. So this is what the bunnies were digging for, was these little carrots. Okay, so this is obviously like later in summer or spring, I suppose. And because the carrots are ready, so I guess we're not potting after all, like I thought we were. But I guess maybe we have our carrot pots here lined up against the wall. But I'm going to grab some white and do the little sketch first. But I think actually we can do a layer of orange right away as well. And we'll just kind of fill in as we go, rather than doing multiple carrots. I think I'm just gonna have this one main carrot here. Super cute. And then I want to do a little carrot top as well with some green. Going to mix my green and yellow together again for a slightly different hue. Yeah, I'm just going right over where I just was, so you don't even necessarily need to do the top part with white if you don't want, but I just grabbed some green there, the lighter version, and then some darker green just right on top with those diagonal brush strokes. And I have a feeling that this carrot will probably need multiple layers of orange, because orange does not have very much coverage power. Does not have very much pigment, but that's looking pretty cute. All right, I think I want this to be a little bit more straight off the edge. Okay, cute. Gonna leave that just like that. And gonna grab some green. I'm gonna have a carrot top sticking out here. Just with that light green. I just felt like with rabbits we had to do carrots, but then I was inspired by the 3 pots. So I guess seasonally it may not make the most perfect sense, but that's why we're painting, because we get to imagine our own whimsical worlds where bunnies get into our gardens. And we can have a little bit of orange kind of peeking through here, going down into the pot so that we know what that is. A little bigger. Cute, great. Okay, so we got our 2 little carrots, adorable. Now let's go in with our bunny shapes. Let's start in the center. I'm gonna do a white rabbit in the center, and I'm gonna start just by doing a little oval. And then you can go ahead and fill it in. I think a little bit wider and flatter. But you gotta think, how big of a bunny would it be relative to the size of the pot, right? So pretty tiny bunnies. But bunnies can be really tiny. I used to see rabbits all the time when I lived in the Pacific Northwest. I think they're more like hares here. Not really desert rabbits. Still adorable and super cute. So that's his little head. And then I'm going to do the little ears. They're going to actually be facing away from us. So really simple here. With this first one, nothing too tricky. Little bunny ears. Super cute, right on top. And we'll add a little bit of gray also to this white bunny. You just get this all filled in with white. Okay. Cute, cute, cute. Little tiny bit of gray. Light gray. And let's see, the bunny head, let's do just a really quick little shadow on each of those, like so. Super cute. And I'm gonna take a really dark gray and just go along the outside there. As a sort of outline. Don't get too thick with this line. If you need to, you can come back and add some more white to thin things out a little bit. Cute. All right. Looking good. I'll take a little bit of white and just slim that line down slightly, just to make everything look nice and even. Nice slim outlines. We don't have very much space inside the bunny ears, so we don't want to be too heavy-handed with our dark color here. Just toning that down a little bit, and I almost feel like I want to adjust this slightly because my little bunny head got a little bit too big. So I want him to be sort of peeking out the other way there. That's what I wanted. Quick little adjustment. Never be afraid to adjust if you need to. And just brought that up a pinch higher. And I'll find that outline again. There. Just fine tuning everything. All right, here we go. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna do slightly different bunny ears here on the right. And I think I'll do these bunny ears with gray. All right, nice little batch of light gray there. And on one side, I'm gonna have a bunny ear, same way. We'll have a little head there poking out as well. So you could go through the same steps if you wanted. Head first or ears first, whatever you feel comfortable. And I'm just gonna do the one for now. And then my second one, I'm gonna come up about 2/3 of the way. And then I'll curve up and around like so. I'm gonna bring that line in. And then this will be the bottom part of that ear. So it's like a little flopsy ear. Super cute little shape there. And adjusting my shapes if I need to with this one too. Super cute. I wanted to have it be at about the same level as the other one. Okay, and then I thought maybe this bunny could be like alert. He's like looking at us. So this is actually going to be the front. I think I'll take some white here and just block out a little part of his inner ear. We'll come back there in just a second and actually add some pink. Super cute. And in the same way, I kind of want to adjust this pod now too. So, pardon my jumping all around here. Oh, get it? Jumping all around? Man, that's a good one. All right. And I can also take this opportunity if I need to add a little bit more in that background too. Little final touches inside of the pot. Super cute. All right, I'm gonna let that dry for just a second so that I can come back and add the pink. But let's go ahead and finish off our carrot. Gonna do one more layer of orange so that it's nice and vibrant. Cute. And I think we'll go ahead and outline the carrot in black. We'll be brave here. Do a bold color. Just like so, all around that little shape. And then I'm going to do these little lines through that will really make it look very carroty. That's a carrot that the bunny pulled out and is going to eat. And we caught them red-handed. Super cute. A little bit of black here in the carrot top too. Just to make everything look nice and consistent. And then we'll need a little bit of shadow with green around where the carrot is touching the grass as well. And we could do a little bit of a lighter orangey yellow highlight if we want. Just so we have highlights and lowlights, just sort of some depth there. All right, looking cute. Just gonna clean that up real quick. Jumping all around again. Got to, I guess, because that's the name of the game today with our bunnies. Our last bunny is going to be particularly adorable. And we're going to do a little brown bunny. And this guy, we're going to see a little bunny butt. Super cute. And I'm going to do a round oval like so. For the little bunny butt with brown. And then I'm going to do these little triangular shapes as the feet. One on that side and one on the other. Cute little bunny feet. Triangular but sort of like curved. Okay, super cute. And then I'm just going to fill that in also with our beautiful light brown color. And just making sure that's all filled in for our little brown bunny butt. We're going to have a cute little cotton tail on our little brown bunny, which will make it extra cute. And then also little bunny toe beans. All right. Final little home stretch here, everyone. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments. Okay. Super cute. And these shapes can be whimsical, really. They don't need to be perfect. A little bit of white on top for the bunny tail. Just gonna go right on top and a little bit like into the bunny butt part as well, but we're gonna let that dry just for a little bit longer because we actually don't want it to blend into the brown. We don't want a dirty bunny butt necessarily. Although he's probably been getting mischievous in the dirt, so I guess it would be, but we're gonna make it look clean today. Okay, and then a little bit of black in our carrot over here as well for those final little details. Anywhere you need. Just kind of tidying things up over there. I think we need a little bit of highlight on our carrot. Just rinsed my brush and I'm gonna come in with a light orange. Cute, and then a little bit of that same horizontal texture that we have over on our other guy. Okay, little details matter. Our bunny on the right here is dry, so I'm gonna finish that up and then we'll hop back over there. I'm actually not even doing that on purpose, the hopping. It just happens to come out that way. And then we'll go ahead and take this pink here and I'm gonna bring it right up to the curve of that ear fold. Like so. And then we'll outline this shape too and kind of clean things up. Cute. A little bit of black or a dark gray, whatever you feel most comfortable with. And just getting that final little outline shadow. Along all of those shapes again. And that's really gonna give it that cute cartoon look. Your line will come in like so, but not all the way over. Okay. Super cute. And I think I'll just kind of tidy up my green pot over here as well. Nice. Cute. I think my pink here needs a little bit of an outline as well. So I'm going to take a darker reddish pink along the outside edge of the inside of the ears. Cute. And I think a couple highlights here, just with white for our little curve. Maybe the top part of the ear and the top part of the head. Very cute. Over here, I kind of want to redo a little bit of a highlight along the top rim. just to have some final details there, but that one's looking pretty good. And then I'm going to come over to my cute gray bunny, or my cute brown bunny, and outline those shapes, put the little final details on over here. Just outlining those shapes again. So cute. Gonna do a nice solid outline for our bunny's butt and around that cottontail. Cute. Rinse my brush, and then of course we can't forget the little pink toe beans on our brown bunny. So cute. So we're gonna have a sort of triangular shaped pink one, like so. There at the top part or bottom, depending on our vantage point or the rabbit's anatomy. And I'm gonna do 3 little toe beans, but I think they have 4, but I don't have very much space. So I'm just gonna stick with 3. 1, 2, 3. Like adorable little bunny bear claws. Super cute. And if you have space, let's use our tiny brush for our final little tiny details. You can go in there and even do a little dark pink outline, and that will just really help that last cute little detail pop. All right, I think it looks pretty cute. Let me know what you thought of today's painting in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to see you over in the art club as well, so don't forget to join us over there. And that is all the instruction that I have for us this week. So until next week, happy Easter and stay creative.